Hi again then guys, and welcome to another speed build on Forza Horizon 3 of course. As I've said in my recent tunes over the past couple of days, just building up the resume of cars that I haven't covered yet, some of the really expensive ones that I've bought after coming back to the game, to kind of get us back in the mood for Horizon 4 if you've stopped playing the games maybe, or just to complete your selection if you still have been playing the games. Now this one is a very expensive car, but it's no way near as expensive as many of the others, like the GT40, the Daytona, the 250LM. It's 2.3 million, which is more like supercar territory. It kind of surprised me that this one is that much cheaper because it is, of course, an iconic car, the Ferrari P4. Now, as far as the upgrades go, this is not as quick, and of course you saw that from the title of the video. Compared to some of my others, you cannot swap the engine, which is kind of a shame because although people do hate the cliched big V12, I would have loved to have seen how quick this one could go. So as you can see, we've converted it to all-wheel drive. I would strongly recommend doing that. As far as the aero, do not fit the front or rear wing. You do not need them for this tune. Of course, if you want better handling, then you can, but you will lose top speed if you do. So you have to decide what you want. As you can see, I've left it with the stock wheels, and as far as the rest, you want to fit all of your racing parts, brakes, transmission, tyres, all that kind of stuff, and just build it to whatever category you want. This one is fully tuned, so it depends if you want it to be in a lower class or not. As I said, it's not quite as quick. 0 to 60 is still very good though. 2 seconds is not exactly slow, especially given the amount of power that this one's got. It's no way near as powerful. It's got like 1/3 of the power that we would usually work with, so 2 seconds is very good in that respect. 5.1 to 100, 211 flat out. So as I said, it's not as quick, it's no way near as quick, but the reason why I've done the tune is because it is a desirable car that many people do love. So my personal recommendation for this car would actually be to detune it, maybe don't fit the racing tyres, and use it in S2 instead. Or not S2, use it in whatever the next lower class is. I can't recall, is it A? But whichever it is, where you can get it a little bit lower but still have that same kind of power. Now as far as the transmission itself, I would recommend a final drive of 3.97, then individual gears of 2.9, 2, 1.5, 1.17, 0.95 and 0.77, so the gears themselves will be very familiar to anyone who's used my vids before. Final drive's a little bit different though. As far as the alignment, as usual, neutral camber, neutral toe. Definitely you don't need those with all-wheel drive. 4 degrees of caster works well for me, but as I often say, test out other things, see what's your sweet spot for your driving style. As far as anti-roll, we've got those on 7, springs on 115, 170, and then as far as the ride height, I've basically left them close to stock. It's a little bit lower at the back. As far as dampers, 11, 17, 5 and 7. Aero, perhaps again surprisingly, like the Daytona, you actually cannot adjust on this one. And as far as the diff, we haven't quite gone for the full 100, but I can't recall why that's changed. I don't think that was actually a choice that I made, so I'm going to put that back to 100. I think the game might have glitched out or something there. So 100% for acceleration, 0 for decel, and a little bit more inclined toward the rear on the center split, 75%. And of course partially that's because you have a lot less power to deal with, so you can afford to do that. You could even take it to 80 if you wanted to make it that little bit more nimble, but you might be a little bit slower off the line. So again, it depends what you want from the car. Now this tune is not on my storefront, it is an exclusive to the channel basically, so if you want to copy it, you'll have to do just that. And now what you want to see, of course, is can it go as fast as the benchmark, or, like some of my tunes, can it go even quicker? Now, I am happy to say that, of course, as you could kind of spoiler alert see from the title, this one can go even quicker than the benchmark. The benchmark is about 210, 211. It can actually do about 215. So if you have a long enough straight and especially don't have traffic getting in your way, you could probably bump 216, maybe 217, but probably about 216. So that's pretty good, again, for its power. It's got no way near the kind of power that most of the other cars that we tune do, classics or otherwise. So if you do decide to pick up this car, as I said, I might recommend using it in a lower class, maybe upgrade the power and the speed, but then leave the handling to one side, like don't fit the race tyres for instance. That alone makes a huge difference. Maybe a couple of other things if you want to not fit them as well, but overall it's a very good car. It's not one that I plan to use a whole amount because the top speed isn't really there, but of course this tune gives you some speed if you want to use the car anyway. So if you want to see all of my other tunes for Horizon 3, most of which are a lot faster than this, about 50 or 60 miles per hour quicker than this usually, then you can click through here on screen and see all of them. But for now, as always, thanks for watching.